taking notice. Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Denver Broncos. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
3 down.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
You know, pass complete here to Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay.
Let's go.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah. Strong right. Everyone got 4 down.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue, explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch it. Come here. Alert!
Allen going to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sua Cravens. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check 24. Leo.
Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You go. Watch the screen. You go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
50. 50's the mark. Yeah. You don't want none.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Here's the newest member of the 15,000-yard club. It's Frank Gore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Time to go, night. You got double time. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Allen. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sua Cravens came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Locke. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Lock now on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. This is Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. Freeman again, a first down carry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Double dog, that's the way.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gore. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Howland Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A first update now from Cleveland. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Josh Rosen with 2 first-half touchdown passes. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the draw. Lindsey fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We want it. Come to my world. 61, Matchbox Lights. 5.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, wahoo!
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. Watch the curve, watch the curve.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage. and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Get.
Here's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A final shot before half for Locke. And Sanders has got it complete. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
All 52.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Squeeze, double.
That's it. Go.
Allen now looks to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I want that. Give me that.
From the gun, it's Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Ricky.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Watch out.
You draw forfeit.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come, baby. Woo! Slam.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
First down, Allen. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Everybody, Mike 37. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Out. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. What's that? Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Brings up third and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's get him now. Let's get him now.
Allen now operating from the gun. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Ready?
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
He's not going to get me. 5.
Locke working out of the gun. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. That was just picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. Here we go. Get it.
On first down, Locke. He'll buy some time right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Check, 41. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke throwing the out route and complete. That's Sanders. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Locke now on first down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let go. Now. Motion.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I smell fear now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here I come. Hey, Orbit. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. 58 to Mike, 58. Go.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
Here's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, dude.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 53. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you.
Now Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, so that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, hold. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike, hey, watch your lane. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike, 37.
Now Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Flush to his right. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
I'm here all day.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Locke now on 1st down. And a big one, this here as he's taken down. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
132 fighter. He's coming.
They're going with Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Locke. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, box truck.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Jerry Hughes. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Everybody, Mark 37. I'm coming.
On 1st down, it's Gore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Gore. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Everybody, Mike 37. And let's pin the mirrors back. Say.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run with goal out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Go out!
Throwing again. Blocked. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
On 3rd down, Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
30 base. X3. 218. Chop.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
49.
On 2nd and 1. Lock. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish,